What's up, family? My name is Trail, and today we have some good information regarding some new state stimulus checks that are going out. Also, as the gas prices appear like they are ready to continue going up, we may have a little bit of relief coming soon, as lawmakers are expecting some reductions in the increase that we have seen over the last few months. And that's not just for gas prices alone. We may even see some reductions in other things like food and services. Now, we also heard from Representative J.L. Paul, and what she is saying that corporate companies are to blame for the increase in gas prices. Find out exactly what she had to say. But as a reminder, guys, hey, on this channel, we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you're interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Okay guys, real quick, I wanted to remind you about the free $100 that you can get within a couple of weeks. Chime Bank is offering right now new customers free $100 if you sign up using a referral code and setting up a direct deposit from your employer. Once the threshold of $200 is direct deposited into your Chime Bank account, you immediately get an additional $100 deposited into your account. I actually did this recently just to verify that everything was legit, and I did receive my money the same time that my $200 threshold was actually met. So if you have income and you want to receive this free $100, sign up today using the link down below, and then go ahead and share that link with your family and friends so that they can benefit as well. If you have any questions, hey, don't hesitate to ask them down below in the comment section. Well, guys, the war in Ukraine is still going on right now, which none of the main things have really changed over the last couple of hours. But I do want to tell you what happened on Saturday, because Russia is claiming that they actually used a hypersonic missile in the attack on the arms depot in Ukraine. Yes, according to this report and things all over the news everywhere, Russia has fired scores of guided missiles into Ukraine. But on Saturday, it claimed for the first time that it had launched one capable of hypersonic speed in an attack on an ammunition depot in western Ukraine. Now, the report could not be identified and verified, but if true, this could be the first use of a hypersonic weapon in combat. And I believe I just saw a report before I made this video that states that the United States is actually confirming that Russia did in fact use a hypersonic missile. Now, for those that don't know, guys, hypersonic missiles generally defined as weapons capable of flying at speeds over Mach 5 or 5 times the speed of sound, and are at the center of an arms race among the United States, Russia, and China. Now, the United States has pursued development of this type of weapon since the early 2000s and focusing on 2 different variants, according to a report that was released last week. Now, the first is a hypersonic glided vehicle which launched from a rocket and then separates before gliding to its actual target. And the second is a faster version of a cruise missile, which could be launched by submarines, ships, airplanes, and ground vehicles. And the Pentagon requested about $3.8 billion for hypersonic research in the fiscal year of 2022. But anyways, guys, hey, that's just all a bunch of fluff information, but I do want to let you know that they did send a hypersonic missile in combat into Ukraine, guys, and this is not good information that the Ukrainians want to hear right now, because if the Russians continue to fire these types of guided missiles, they really don't have much of a chance as far as fighting off Russian troops. But again, guys, hey, we did hear from the president of Ukraine, which is President Zelensky, in which he issued a warning on Saturday, in which he stated right here, he says that he warned the war will cost Russia for generations. Yes, President Zelensky warned on Saturday that continuing its invasion would cost Russia for generations. Now, Zelensky said that Russian President Vladimir Putin is deliberately creating a humanitarian catastrophe, and he also urged Putin once again to meet with him to prevent more deaths in the country of Ukraine. President Zelensky said, hey, picture yourself that in that stadium in Moscow, there are about 14,000 dead bodies and tens of thousands of more more injured individuals. Those are the Russian costs throughout the invasion. He said during a Friday rally to mark the 8th anniversary of Russia's annexation of Crimea from Ukraine, Putin taunted his country's military forces, as well as he also invoked patriotic messages to the Russian people. He said that we have not had unity like this for a long time, according to President Putin in Russia. He said that he told a crowd of approximately 200,000 people, though that number has not necessarily been confirmed as of yet. But anyways, guys, hey, Zelensky is really pleading for the United States as well as other NATO countries to please help them out. They don't need you to come and fight. They need more ammunition. They need more military equipment. They need more food for the people and the humanitarian efforts in the country right now. So yes, guys, President Zelensky right now is a hero, but he is also still pleading for more help from others outside of the country. And he is still fighting for this country right now, guys. We will continue to keep them in our prayers in the meantime as they continue to fight for another week off these Russian troops that are continuing to invade on their country. Now on to some greater news, guys. Hey, we do have this article right here that is talking about, hey, we have an election coming later this year, which means that, hey, those representatives and different lawmakers that are continuing to run for their seats is going to be providing different types of stimulus relief aid, as well as fighting for different types of reductions in different things like groceries, income, gas, and more, guys. This article right here talks about your state taxes on groceries, income, gas, and more could soon be slashed in half. It says that tax cuts are trendy in 2022. Americans are accustomed to hearing politicians' complaints about budget shortfalls, may be shocked to learn that many states are swimming in cash right now, and legislators want to share that wealth by slashing taxes on groceries, gas, income, and much more. According to an analysis from the nonpartisan public policy research group Pew Trust, states took a 19% more tax revenue from March to November in 2021 compared to the same period in 2019. Yet the pandemic era increase in state tax collections has been accompanied by record high inflation, soaring gas prices, and booming real estate markets that's made it much more expensive to buy a house as well as to even rent a house. So basically right now states are pretty much rich according to this article, and people are hurting right now. You guys are hurting right now. I am hurting right now, and a lot of my friends are hurting as well right now, guys. So according to this article, it says to provide some relief in what just so happens to be an election year in many places, state lawmakers are floating an abundance of proposals that would slash all sorts of taxes right now, while lowering tax rates or offering temporary tax holidays are the most popular initiatives. At least a couple of states may simply hand out money to taxpayers. We saw in Minnesota, which is sitting on an estimated around $9.3 billion budget surplus, Governor Tim Walz recently proposed payouts of $500 to most single tax filers and $1,000 to married couples in the state of Minnesota. California is also looking into $400 rebates for taxpayers. No one is officially referring to these payments as new stimulus checks, but that's just the gist of what they amount to right now. And those are just two states that we are talking about in this article, guys, but a lot of states out there are sitting on a huge surplus in their states right now. And in order for them to be able to provide these stimulus checks, they are going to have to offer them in exchange for you to be able to vote for them in this year's elections, guys, which are the midterm elections. And I believe those are coming later this year, sometime in November. So yes, guys, we are going to start seeing these coming in by weeks and months by months here pretty soon, because they are trying to woo the residents in those states to go out and vote for them so that they can continue to keep their states and continue to make billions of dollars in their pocketbooks, guys. But on the flip side, this will potentially put more money into the American people's hands. And we all know that right now with these gas prices going up, skyrocketing, as well as these these food prices going up 43% right now, hey, we could definitely use some of this money putting into the pockets of residents in these particular states, guys. So this is some very positive news that we're seeing right here. And also, guys, we did find out this information right here. The White House actually considered sending Americans some gas cards, because of these gas price increases that we have been receiving. It says the White House considered giving Americans gas cards to help offset some high prices in gas, but faced strong opposition from congressional committees, which questioned the plan's viability as well as its effectiveness. Now, the Biden administration is feeling politically pressure from high energy costs, which made worse by the Western sanctions against Russia, and Democrats desperately want to offer some kind of policy response to these increases in gas prices as well as to the Russian sanctions. Now, the White House this week considered having the IRS send gas cards to Americans, a short-lived idea that some key House Democrats pretty much opposed to them. But the idea came up as part of the broader package to address the gas prices, which is still in its early stages, according to a senior Democratic aide, which they told Axios, which is this particular article, guys. And they are saying that this past Wednesday, they laid out for the White House a list of reasons of why gas cards would be a bad idea. Number one, they said that it would be an expensive and poorly targeted way to give Americans some more additional stimulus relief aid. And then number two, they said that it could worsen inflation and it wouldn't do much to lower costs right now. As well as number three, they said that delivering cards would be a slow process that could bog down the IRS in the middle of a filing season, potentially delaying more people's tax returns. So yeah, guys, hey, this is some good information, sort of, just to know that the White House was actually considering the American people, but the other Democrats were actually sitting in opposed to this particular idea. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. And last but not least, guys, hey, we did hear from progressive leader Jayapal Paul, in which she is blaming corporate America for the rising gas prices. She said that she is not blaming President Biden. In this article, she says that House Democrats are turning up the pressure on oil companies as high gas prices continue to hurt drivers, with a congressional hearing planned for April to question oil executives. She says that as Republicans seek to blame President Biden for the pain at the pumps right now, with gas prices nationally at around $4.26 per gallon, Democrats have sought to turn up the attention away from President Biden and place the blame first on the Russian President Vladimir Putin and now on big oil companies. Representative Jayapal told Fox News there is a clear profiting from oil companies, pointing to the price of crude oil dropping, but gas prices are still going high. Democrats want to see that savings passed on to the consumers. Now, Representative Jayapal said that, hey, we go after corporate America because corporate America is often profiting from these gas price increases. So she said this right here in this article. She says that after hitting above $123 per barrel shortly after Russia's invasion on Ukraine, the price of crude oil has gradually fallen below $105. But we have not seen the gas prices at the pump go down according to these gas barrel prices. She said that the price of gas has still hovered near the previous record high of $4.33 per gallon, which was set back on March the 11th. We know that consumers are willing to pay a bit more at the pumps because of Putin's war in Ukraine and the U.S. banning Russian oil imports, but Jayapal said that it's time to hold these oil companies accountable for profiting at this terrible moment of war. So yes, guys, I believe Representative Jayapal has an interesting point that she is trying to make in this article right here. We initially saw the price of per barrel below $100 per barrel, guys. We saw this right around the time that the invasion of Ukraine actually started, and then we immediately saw, once those sanctions were put on Vladimir Putin, we saw the prices of the barrel go from under $100 to above $130 per barrel. And we also saw the price at the pumps go up as well. But since then, we have saw the price per barrel go from $130 down to $105, in which the price at the gas pumps are still staying high right now, which is above above $4 per gallon. So again, guys, this is actually some good news, guys. We need to see these prices at the pumps go down with the price of the barrel. We need these gas prices to go down, guys. We just can't afford to continue in this type of lifestyle going forward. And we need for Congress to go ahead and go after these oil companies to make them reduce the price at the pumps, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. And last but not least, guys, hey, we do have California. They are proposing a $400 gas rebate. And yes, guys, this may actually come true because we all know that California has a huge surplus right now, according to their budget surplus, in which they have stated that Governor Newsom is trying to give some of that money to their residents in California to give them some form of relief right now with all of this inflation as well as this increase in gas prices. But amid record prices at the pump, a group of California legislators unveiled a proposal Thursday for a $400 rebate to help offset the high gas tax residents that they pay in the Golden State. Lawmakers, in which most of them are Democrats, proposed pulling around $9 billion from California's $45 billion budget surplus to fund rebates that would be more than cover the 51-cent increase per gallon in their state gas tax for at least one full year of the weekly fill-ups for a car with a 15-gallon tank. And yes, many Californians are feeling severe financial pain at the pumps and looking to California leaders to help them out. And yes, one of these group leaders stated that we believe a rebate is the best approach to directly put money in people's pockets. So yes, guys, this is some amazing news for those residents that live in California. And I believe that this bill will actually come to fruition because we know that California has been one of the top states that have been trying to help out its residents over this past pandemic era, which is like the last 23 to 24 months, guys. Those residents in California could be receiving sometime in the near future a gas rebate to help them out at the gas pumps. And that could be around $400. But again, guys, hey, I hope all of you enjoyed this information in this video today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. Also, don't forget to go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Mr. Budget Bill and go ahead and subscribe to my new YouTube channel. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.